Okay students, today we are going to solve the word problems which I have already sent to you. I'll start with the first one. I'll read the word problem and then I'll solve it. A book exhibition was held for 4 days in a school. The number of tickets sold at the counter on the first, second, third and final day was respectively 1094, 1812, 2050 and 2751. Find the total number of tickets sold on all the 4 days. So here we have to find the tickets which were sold on all the 4 days. That is a total number. Okay, and they gave us the number of tickets sold on the 4 days. So what we have to do over here, since we have to find the total, it has to be addition. So here first we'll have to write given. So I'll write given number of tickets sold on Monday. Without given, if you are going to solve the sum, you will not get full marks, as I have already told you again and again repeatedly that when you solve a word problem, the marks are distributed stepwise. Like for given, half mark is there if you do the operation correctly and write the numbers correctly according to their places. There you get 1 mark. If you solve it correctly, then again half mark, and if you write the final statement, half mark is allotted for that. So always when you start with the word problem, first thing that you should write is given. So first you try to find what is given to you and what has been asked, because that will easily help you to know which operation you are supposed to do over there. Okay, so now number of tickets sold on Monday, number of tickets sold on Tuesday, number of tickets sold on Wednesday. So on Wednesday, how many tickets were sold? The number of tickets sold was 2050. Then number of tickets sold on Thursday. So on Thursday, the number of tickets that were sold are 2751, and they have asked us to find the total. Now to find the total, we all know that we have to do addition. So final, after this you are going to write, since I don't have space over here, I will write it on the next page. Okay, so total number of tickets sold on 4 days equals to 1094 plus 1812 plus 2050 plus 2751. Now here writing the numbers according to their places is very important, because if you don't write the numbers according to their places, your answer is going to be wrong. Okay, now here since all the numbers were in thousand, it was very easy to write. So now here we have written. Now we'll do the addition. 4 plus 2 is 6 and plus 1 7. 9 plus 1 is 5 10 and plus 5 15 plus 5 20. So 0 over here, 2 carry over. Now over here 8 plus 2 is 10. 10 plus 7 is 17. 7 over here and 1 carry over. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7. So the total number of tickets that were sold on 4 days is 7707. So here we have solved the first sum. I did not write the final statement, so that also has to be written. Answer: total number of tickets sold equals to, or you can write is 7707. So here we have solved the first sum. Now before we go to the next sum, let me first erase this. Now let us start with the second sum. The second sum is Shekhar is a famous cricket player. He has so far scored 6,980 runs in test matches. He wishes to complete 10,000 runs. How many more runs does he need? Now see, I am reading the sum, okay, the word problem from my textbook. What you all have to do when you are solving the sum, I ask you to download the textbook. So you open that, go through the word problem first, okay, because until and unless you go through that word problem, you will not understand. Here I am going to read, so it would be little bit difficult for you to catch the numbers. Okay, so first you open your textbook in front of you and then you go through this video. So it would be easy for you to understand. I'll read the problem again for you. Shekhar is a famous cricket player. Okay, so up till now he has scored 6,980 runs in test matches and he wishes to complete 10,000 runs. So since he has scored up till now 6,980 and he wishes to complete 10,000, it clearly shows that he needs more runs. Okay, so how many more runs does he need to reach 10,000? That they have asked us to find. Now obviously here we are doing the comparison between the two numbers. Okay, so when we do comparison, which operation do we use? Subtraction. So here also to find how many more runs does he need, we need to do your subtraction. Okay, so let us start with the statement first. Runs scored by Shekhar. So up till now he has scored 6,980 runs. He wishes to complete 10,000 runs. Okay, so he's short of runs to reach this goal. So he's short of how many runs that we need to find. Runs he needs more is equals to 10,000 minus 6,980. Now let us do the subtraction. See, writing the numbers according to their places is very important. So I'll start from here, from the units place. 0, 8, 9, 6. Now subtraction. Now I can subtract 0 from 0, so 0 will come here. But I cannot subtract 8 from 0. We know it that we can subtract from a greater number. So first I need to make this 0 a greater number. So how will I make it greater? By borrowing. But here again I have 0, so I'll go to the next highest place. Again 0, so I'll go to the next highest place. Here 1 is there, so it will become 0. This 0 will become 10, but I need to borrow 1 for this 0, so now it will become 9. This 0 will become 10, but I need 1 for this 0, so again this 10 will become 9. Now this becomes 10. Now it is a greater number, so I can easily do the subtraction. 10 minus 8 is 2. 9 minus 9 0 and 9 minus 6 is 3. So Shekhar, how many runs he needs more? He needs 3,020 runs more to reach the goal of 10,000 runs. Final statement. Answer. He needs 3,020 runs more. Okay. So here we have solved the second sum. Now let us go to the third sum. So I'll read the third one for you. In an election, the successful candidate registered 5,77,500 votes and his nearest rival secured 3,48,700 votes. By what margin did the successful candidate win the election? Now see, election we all know. What is an election? In election we select a representative. Okay. So when we have an election, there are many candidates who are going to represent us. Maybe in the Lok Sabha, maybe in the Rajya Sabha. Okay. So there were two candidates. Now in election only one candidate is going to win and others are going to lose. So here we are given the data only of two candidates. The candidate who has won the election, he got 2,77,500 votes. And the candidate who was his nearest rival. Rival means the person who was standing in opposition. The person who was standing in opposition to him. He scored 3,48,700 votes. So now just looking at the number, we can make out that the person who has won, he scored more votes than the person who has lost. Obviously, if you score more votes, then only you win the election. Otherwise, you lose it. Now, what is the question? The question that they have asked is, by what margin did the successful candidate win the election? Now, by margin they are saying, means how many more votes did the candidate who has won the election he has got. So here again, if you notice, what are we doing? We are comparing the number of votes the successful candidate has got and the candidate who has lost the election he has got. So we know that when we compare to find that he has won by how much more, or the candidate who has lost, he has lost by how many votes. In both the conditions, what we have to do? Subtraction. So here we are going to do subtraction. Okay, so now we will write given. So this is the third sum. Number of votes successful candidate got. Okay, candidate got. So that is 5,77,500. Number of votes his rival got. That is 3,48,700. Now we have to find by what margin did the successful candidate win the election. So now number of votes successful candidate got more, or you can also write margin by which the successful candidate won equals to. Okay, so it depends how you write the statement. Statement can be written in your own words, but what is important is the operation. The operation is not going to change. Okay, so now here we have to do subtraction. 5,77,500 minus 3,48,700. Okay, so now we'll write it vertically. You can do horizontally also subtraction if you are able to do, or it's better that we write it vertically, because in horizontal there are chances that we may make some mistake. 0 minus 0, 0, 0 minus 0, 0. Now I cannot subtract 7 from 5, so I'll have to borrow. 7 becomes 6, 15. 15 minus 7 will give me 8. Now again I cannot subtract 8 from 6, so I'll have to borrow. Now it becomes 16. 16 minus 8 is 8. 6 minus 4 is 2. And 5 minus 3 is 2. So the successful candidate, he won by 2,28,800 votes. So write the final statement also. The successful candidate won by 2,28,800 votes. Okay, so this was the third word problem. Today I am going to take only first 5 word problems. Though I have already given you which operation you have to do, but still I am taking it so that you can copy it in your notebook. The first exercise I have already sent. I'll tell you the answers for that exercise also. Now this is the second exercise which I am taking. I'll first complete the second exercise and then I'll give you answers for the first exercise. Okay. Now the fourth word problem. Kirti bookstore sold books worth 2,85,891 in the first week of June. Books worth 4,768 in the second week of the month. How much was the sale for the 2 weeks together? In which week was the sale greater and by how much? Okay. So now here we are given information about a bookstore. The name of the bookstore is Kirti. Now in the month of the June, everyone rushes to buy the books. Okay, because the school they are open in the month of June. So that bookstore, it sold the books in the first week of June worth 2,85,891. Whereas in the second week of June, they sold the books worth 4,768. And then they are asking us what was the sale for the 2 weeks. Now what was the sale for the 2 weeks means they are asking us the total amount the bookstore collected in these 2 weeks. So now when we have to find total, what operation do we do? Addition. So here also we have to do addition. So first we'll write the statements. Books sold in the first week of June. Here I'll write cost. Cost of books sold in the first week of June, that is equals to rupees 2,85,891. Now cost of books sold in the second week of June, that is rupees 4,768,000. Now we have to find the cost of total books sold in these 2 weeks. So now total cost of books sold. So total means we have to do addition. So 2,85,891 plus 4,768,000. Now here it is written horizontally. If you want, you can do horizontal addition also, or you can write it vertically and then do the addition. But I suppose now you should be able to do the addition horizontally also. Yes, because it will save your time. 8 plus 1, 9. 9 plus 6 is 15. So 5 over here and 1 carry over. 8 plus 7 is 15 and plus 1 16. Carry over 1 and 6. 5 plus 1 is 6. 8 and 2 plus 4 is 6. So the total cost of the books sold in these 2 weeks is 6,86,659. Okay, this was the answer for the first one. Now second part of the question is they are asking us in which week was the sale greater and it was greater by how much. So now again if you will see, we are doing comparison of the cost of the books sold in the first week and in the second week. Looking at the numbers, you can easily say that the book sold in the second week is more than the cost of the book sold in the first week. Okay, the sale is greater in the second week, but by how much? That we have to find. So here first I will write since 4 lakh, just a minute, I'll just see the amount. 4,768,000 is greater than 2,85,891. Therefore, sale in second week was greater by, that is equals to 4,768,000 minus 2,85,891. Okay. Now if you are not understanding by which number should we do, it's easy over here. We always subtract smaller number from the bigger number. Yes. So smaller number has to be written down and the bigger number has to be written up. Okay. Now here we'll do the subtraction. 8 minus 1 is 7. Now I cannot subtract 9 from 6, so I'll borrow 1. 16 minus 9 gives me 7. I cannot subtract 8 from 6, so I'll have to borrow. 4 becomes 3. This becomes 10. Now it will become 9, 10, 9 and 16. And 16 minus 8 is 8. 9 minus 5, 4. 9 minus 8, 1. And 3 minus 2 is 1. So the sale was greater in the second week, and it was greater by 1,14,877. Okay, so the answer you will write sale was greater in second week by rupees 1,14,877. Okay, so here we have solved the fourth one. Now I'll take the fifth sum, that is last sum for today, and then sixth onwards I'll take it tomorrow. Okay, now the fifth sum. The fifth sum says find the difference between the greatest and the least 5-digit number that can be written using the digits 6, 2, 7, 4, 3. Okay, and you have to form a 5-digit number. Now since there are 5 digits, it's obvious that we are going to use each digit only once. Now we have to form the greatest number and the smallest number using these digits. And we know the rule that for forming the greatest number, we arrange the digits in descending order, that is big to small. So now we'll arrange the digits in descending order. The greatest number is 7, 6, 4, 3, 2. So this is our greatest number. And now our smallest number. We have to arrange the digits in descending order, in ascending order, that is from small to big. 2, 3, 4, 6, 7. So the greatest number that can be formed using digits 6, 2, 7, 4, 3 is 76,432, and the smallest number that can be formed is 23,467. Now the last thing that remains is find the difference. So difference between the greatest and smallest number is equals to, so 76,432 minus 23,467. Now we have written it horizontally, we'll write it vertically and then we'll do the subtraction. Okay, so now our greatest number first and then the smallest number. Now do the subtraction. We cannot subtract 7 from 2, so we'll borrow 1 from 3. 3 becomes 2 and this 2 becomes 12. 12 minus 7 is 5. Again I cannot subtract, so I need to borrow. 12 minus 6 is 6. Again we need to borrow. This 3 becomes 13. 13 minus 4 is 9. 5 minus 3, 2. 7 minus 2 is 5. So the difference between the greatest and smallest number is 52,965. That also statement you have to write. Difference between greatest and smallest number is 52,965. Okay, so now I have solved the first 5 sums. You go through the video. Once again you sit with your rough notebook and the textbook and try to solve all the sums again on your own, and then check your answers whether you are able to solve them or not. Okay, because until and unless you try to solve them on your own, you will not be able to solve the sums in exam. Okay, so that's all for today.